What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. We are pursuing through FUT rivals and icon swaps. I'm not enjoying it. I've lost my love for playing in rivals. I'm enjoying champs, we've discussed. I'm enjoying draft and we're going to start with that today. But yeah, we're working towards it. So we've got to do Mbabu in squad battles, and then we've got a couple of stuff in Bundesliga to go with. The Flying Swiss, so we need to get an assist and win the game three times. So I have Mbabu's loan card and Seferovic, I think, or maybe not, up front to help with that. And then obviously we're doing the Bundesliga section of icon swaps right now. So we'll obviously have the 11 Bundesliga players to start winning these. So we'll work towards that. Road to Fanatics. I'm not overly interested in this. Last season, when EA would release something like this, they would also give a pack in one of them. Even if it was just a Electrum Players pack or a small Electrum Players pack or Prime Electrum Players pack, something like that. They always gave a pack, but now there's no packs. But home and away, I think, no, 2 home kits for the Champions League and the Europa League. Then a stadium theme for the Europa League and a stadium theme for the Champions League. I don't really care to go and play 3 separate squad battles matches. I mean, I'll probably do it just because I'm going to be playing squad battles anyway for icon swaps. But otherwise, I probably would ignore this one here. I don't really care too much for that. We've done a bit of icon swaps online already. We've done One Club Wonders and Premier Leagues together. We've done League One last night as well. And we started on Bundesliga, currently 1 out of 4. I am going to do European Cup and Samba Squad together. I'm just going to wait until everybody else has kind of worked through these ones, because the price of UCL and specifically Brazilians went through the roof. So I do want to put together a full UCL Brazilian squad. I just don't want to have to pay way too much for it, basically. And then other than that, we've got icon swap single player. I'm not looking forward to starting this. It's going to be hell. I haven't even done week 1 silver yet either. We'll work through those eventually. And that's mostly, guys, because I've just been enjoying FUT draft a lot more again. So this is the team that we're using. Who have I got over on the right-hand side? Stefan at the right-hand side. So Stefan and Mbabu there to try and help with those Swiss assists. And you'll see today as well, when in rivals, sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't, but I'm going to stick to it today. As soon as I go 1-0 down, I'm just going to quit. I want to get through this as quick as possible. And there, you know, I tweeted out probably a month ago now, talking about relegating myself. And AA9 Skills tweeted out a similar thing a couple of days ago, talking about relegating himself. And it stirred up a lot of controversy both times. First of all, from people that are in the lower divisions feeling like they're having a disservice done to them because these top tier players are coming down. And then secondly, from the top tier players, or, you know, whatever division you're in, because when you're doing an objective like this, more often than not, you actually face somebody who doesn't care. It's very rare that we're coming up against objective-based players. And so it's creating this really toxic, negative atmosphere within the game, which sucks, obviously. So I'm like, there are 2 choices, right? Let's say it takes me 50 games to complete all of these objectives. And if I play out every single game, full 90 minutes, and end up losing 20 of them along the way, I would still get relegated. It would just take me longer to get relegated. So my theory is I might as well just quit a game as soon as I go 1-0 down, get down a lot quicker so that I can complete the objectives and get back up a lot quicker and get myself in and out of your division as quick as possible, because I'm going to go there anyway. As you guys remember, when we did the Politano objective, and I'm still quite low because of it, when we did the Politano objective, we actually went all the way down to Division 5. Not on purpose, no, by accident. We went all the way down to Division 5, quite simply because I kept losing and losing. I was using bronzes and silvers in FUT rivals. You just can't compete. And you'll see here, I'm nearly back up to Division 3, but I'm bouncing around this sort of 1400 skill rating right now. So if I go down, like I say, I might as well just quit. If I lose a goal, quit a game, get down, even if it puts me back down into Division 5 territory, get my wins and then get back up into Division 3 or Division 2, you know. And I talked about it on Twitter yesterday. I think it's on EA to just do something different, man. Like, you've got people that are in high divisions or should be in low divisions for one reason or another. You've got people in low divisions that are staying in the low divisions that are just getting trounced by these quality players. You got people in low divisions that are getting relegated themselves because they're playing people of a higher caliber, which means that the people they're going down to have to play. You know, if you're a Division 5 caliber player, you find yourself in Division 7 because of everyone else relegating themselves. You're now giving that person a torrid time as well that's a Division 7 player that shouldn't be playing a Division 5 player. And it just has this catastrophic knock-on effect to every tier of player where almost nobody enjoys it. Maybe you're the person that enjoys it. I don't enjoy it. Generally speaking, my viewer base, you know, the people that watch the videos and streams, they don't enjoy it. So it's on EA to change it. However, we have got a draft win here today, guys. I had a look at the earliest where I could find a record, and I was 76 wins and 20 losses, and I had won 12 drafts from 23 entries. No, from 33 entries. We're now 126 to 24 with 23 wins in 47, meaning I've gone 50 wins and 4 losses in the draft over my last 54 games, which is mental. You're not going to see this draft get built, nor are you going to see the first game, because I did it on stream last night. It was actually, I just finished a draft for Draft to Glory, and I was waiting for Nick to play Fortnite, and so I was just like, look guys, let's just build another draft real quick, get into a quick game, end up getting to that first game, got the easy win, so I didn't record any of it. But when I came online today, I was like, look, let me just record the rest of these games and show people what we got. So this is the draft that I picked up. By the way, this card here, he finishes everything. He shoots the ball so goddamn hard. I know that you have a max of 99 shot power, right? I don't think it is a max of, we talked about Harry Kane when he had a Team of the Year card a couple of years ago. That card seemed to just shoot the ball harder than any other card in the game, and this one feels the same. He rifles shots into the back of the net. Now, of course, we made some changes early on. We brought off Sessegnon and put Neymar in there, and then into the second half, we typically bought Messi on for Kane, and then from time to time I bought Salah on for Figo. I think Figo got a yellow card in one of the games, so I didn't want him to get sent off and for me to suffer with that. But let me tell you something about this card. It's brilliant. Back-to-back drafts I've had him. As I say, I've got him in Draft to Glory. He scored some wonder goals. He's got unbelievable dribbling, and I think it's that high agility that's the reason for that. Great reactions, great ball control and dribbling. His left stick dribbling is phenomenal. He is just great. He's big, you know, so 5'11", 4-star, and he's got one of those big frames, yet he's fast and nimble, and it makes him a very unique card this year. So if you guys see him in draft, or if he ever comes out in foot swaps or icon swaps or whatever we're calling it, definitely worth going and pick him up. I had a lot of fun with him. I enjoyed him thoroughly. But that is the draft that we built. As I say, we won the draft. Lots of goals scored, 6-2, 5-2, 2-1 and 5-1. Let's start the day off. Let's start this video off with our reward. So we get a 50k pack and a 5k pack. Potentially an incredible reward. Potentially a terrible reward. It just depends on how good that 50k pack is. And that is now, as I say, I've won the draft, 23 times. I've probably got that reward about 12 or 13 times. That seems to, for me, to be the most common reward set that I personally get. Oh, look at that, an Anchor Chem Style. So straight away, we're going to make profit, right? It's like 4k for Anchor Chem Styles right now. They are crazy expensive with match coins as well. Yeah, we're going to make profit. I think Heinz is worth a fair bit as well. Yeah, almost 1,000 coins there. So that's already like 5k. Sergi Darder, with the other stuff in there, almost 7k without match coins. So with match coins, we're up at about 10,000 coins. So I'm guaranteed to make profit off of this draft. How much profit is determined right here, right now by EA. Are we going to get a board? Yes, we are. It's not a walkout. It's a Dutch board. It's a centre back. It's the free. So that's not great. He's 84 rated. There's not really that much else that could be in here that would be sellable. Yeah, there's not much there at all. So, I mean, there's another 4k, maybe even 5k we could probably get for him. I'll hold on to him, actually. Munir might be worth a little bit as well. Yeah, he's up there at like 2k, 3k as well. Yeah, almost 3k. So there's a little bit more there. Klosterman could be worth a fair bit as well. Yeah, I mean, he's also up there at like over 2k. The rest of these guys, I doubt are worth much. I'll go and deal with these cards on my own back, though, guys. And we're going to get into some Rivals gameplay with the French team and the Bundesliga team, and then the draft gameplay as well that you'll see me leading up to winning this draft. So I will be right back. All right, guys, as we get into the gameplay, we of course have got a fair bit of Rivals games today. I haven't got too many comments from today because two of them kind of coincide with each other and require a fair amount of my time, I think, to respond. Just to give you guys a little bit of my mindset and stuff. So first one is from Felix. He says, "Hi Nep, love the content. Just wanted to say that I feel like this series is just going to become like a second version of Draft to Glory. I know you mentioned that you wanted to avoid that in your other video. However, with 25 minutes of the video focused on draft, I feel like that's what's going to happen. If that's what you want to do with this series, that's fine, but I think myself and other viewers would rather see more of the actual Road to Glory side. A suggestion would be not to show the whole building of the draft, just a final team and some gameplay. If viewers want to watch you build drafts, they can watch Draft to Glory. However, I click and watch Road to Glory content and watch you play with players that I can play with as well, and to learn money-making methods, etc. Anyway, sorry for the rant. Keep up the good work." It's not really a rant. It's a fair, it's something I had already considered. I had considered the fact that, something that I'm enjoying right now is a game mode that takes away from what a specific Road to Glory is. And that's that's obviously important to notice, and we have to find the best way around that. Hilariously, last year, towards the back end of FIFA 19, I was speaking to AA a whole bunch about what to do with the second channel, and I was this close to not even doing a Road to Glory this year, and I was going to do Draft to Glory on this channel and just upload a single draft every day. In hindsight, that probably would have been better for my mental health, better for the amount of time I spend on this game. I think viewers would have typically enjoyed it more. But I decided to go with the Road to Glory because I know that there is a large audience that loves the Road to Glory. The problem is now in terms of like a business sense, right? In terms of, staying favored in the YouTube algorithms, having people actually watch your videos and making it worthwhile, spending hours upon hours upon hours grinding objectives and grinding things. The videos have to have good content. They have to have good titles. They have to have good content within the video. And what the problem is with the objective system that EA have set up right now is that that's very hard, because nobody cares to see me grind out 4 wins with a Bundesliga squad, and then grind out 4 wins with a La Liga squad, and then grind out 4 wins with a Serie A squad. People just don't want to watch it. And if you go back and look at the Road to Glory over even just the past 10 or 14 days, some videos get as little as 100 to 120,000 views, which, don't get me wrong, is still an awful lot amount of views. I'm not ungrateful for that. But in perspective, some videos are getting 160 to 180,000 views. And the difference between whether it gets a whole bunch of views or a little, considerably less views, is typically what I'm doing in the video. And EA have made it really, really, really difficult to create engaging content, because it's a lot of gameplay. And although, as you say, Felix, you want to watch the Road to Glory content so that you watch me play with players that you can play with, which in itself isn't always the way, because if I've done an SBC that you haven't done, you can't play with that player. If I do a first owner squad where you don't have those cards first owner, you can't play with those players, etc., etc. But you also like to watch me have, my money making methods. We spent a lot of time last year at this stage in FIFA grinding bronze packs, grinding league SBCs, or not to the degree we did by February this time last year, but investing in icon SBCs and completing those. And we spent a lot of time in the game grinding the menus. I was flipping consumables like crazy. I had a spreadsheet at this time last year where I would note what time of day I bought what specific consumable, how much they were selling for on average, how much they were selling for 5 hours later and 12 hours later. Like, I had an absolute little network of information that I was gathering or flipping consumables that helped make me millions of coins. This year, I don't have that. Do you know why? I am playing so much more FIFA because you have to get 4 wins with this squad and 4 wins with that squad and 6 wins on squad battles and then 6 more wins on squad battles and then 6 more wins on squad battles and then 5 more wins on squad battles, all with these teams that I don't care to play with, that you guys don't care to watch with. If I made a video like, hey guys, here's my championship team for squad battles, no one cares about that. And the problem is and this is where it comes from EA being typical EA really, and me, I suppose, never really being happy with what EA give, and the fact that I personally think that they do the wrong things with how they give out what they've given out. But part of the issue is that all of this grinding is going to be for an Ian Wright. Now that video would be big, claiming our icon slot, claiming Ian Wright. The Guardiola video was big. the Ian Wright video will be big. Last year, I would have been able to do loads of stuff in the meantime whilst working towards something bigger. This year, you can't. This year, there is so much dedication towards doing it. It's going to take me probably until the middle of next week to complete Ian Wright. Otherwise, I could just have to sit here and grind it for day on day on day on day. Then I'd be able to get it for this weekend league. But I just don't know if I want to put myself through that because this game is just not that enjoyable, right? So last year it was easier for me to stay engaged with the content, and it's not necessarily just about views. Views are just a way that you can kind of represent how engaging the content is, right? The more engaging the content, the more views it gets. And that's true for playing the game. The more engaging the content, the more enjoyable it is to play and to get involved with, right? And it's fair to say that EA, with offering level 30 players this season that just aren't great and take a long time to get to, the icon swaps that at this point in the game, the icons are barely an upgrade for anyone that actually can get them, because to get the icon swaps and to get the level 30s, you guys would have played so much FIFA, you would have achieved so much already, you would have had so many weekend league rewards, you would have had so much you would have had so many rewards from rivals and squad battles, that these icons are probably just new players for your team rather than upgrades for your team. And it creates this world where we have so much gameplay to grind for, and we're not really collecting too much out of it. And some people will argue, isn't that kind of what you wanted? And yeah, to a degree, more gameplay based objectives is exactly what I would have wanted. I just think EA haven't got the balance right still with what they expect from gameplay compared to what they give as the reward versus what you can do through grinding menus and what you can return, you know, what you can achieve in return. I think that balance is still a little bit off. And on the whole note of like everything that we've been talking about here, as I said, we've got two comments that kind of coincide with each other. We've got Pavan says, honestly, I've given up on objectives and rivals gameplay, exclusively playing draft and squad battles, having fun with different cards, getting legit decent rewards. This is what the game should be about, isn't it? And that's what I've been kind of like pushing right now. It's about being fun, right? I would not complete Ian Wright if I wasn't making this Road to Glory series. If this second channel didn't have this series, if it had a different series or whatever, I would much rather spend my time enjoying my experience on FIFA and enjoying the things I do on FIFA than sit here grinding my absolute heart out for a card that I will love and I will enjoy, but that ultimately isn't worth the time investment, right? I personally don't believe it's worth the time investment. I don't think generally there's a single icon out there on icon swaps that is truly worth the time investment. You are better served putting your time elsewhere. And so that's why if we're going to play games, if we're going to, you know, get into gameplay heavily, it has to be worth it. It has to be valuable. And for me personally right now, and this might change, right? If EA might release an objective where I'm like, God damn, I want that card right now. Let's go and get it. Let's go and do the objectives. Right now, it's just a little bit underwhelming for me. And so, although I know that you may enjoy those certain aspects of the Road to Glory, it's also fair to say that the Road to Glory isn't, there's no set path. There's no defined avenue for a Road to Glory, right? Because how boring would that be? If I just did the same thing every day, every week, you'd almost be able to guess the video days before the video is released because you know, oh, he's just following that traditional path to glory pattern. And so I like the idea. Like I was watching Capgun Tom recently. He's farming packs through draft right now, right? He's won a lot of drafts as well, almost 50 I think so far. He plays a lot of drafts. He's played way more than me, but he has like almost 200 packs and he's saving it for the team of the week that came out today, and he's just going to sit there and open all those packs. He'll get a massive video for it. I would love to be able to do stuff like that. Like I said to you guys, I'd love to be able to just sit here, grind 4 or 5 drafts, and then have a massive pack opening every team of the week. And then every time a new promo comes out, when promo cards get re-released on Friday, the new Road to the Final cards, imagine if I had like 10 or 12 drafts worth of packs saved up. For me, that would be so much more enjoyable than, instead of that, guys, I've got 4 more games of squad battles for you with my championship team, if you want to watch that. And so the Road to Glory, the glory is always achieved in the Road to Glories now. I think the term Road to Glory really doesn't capture what it used to mean. The glory used to be getting to and winning Division 1, right, without spending any money, back in FIFA 11, FIFA 12 and such. Now the glory, it's more of just a Ultimate Team series of this is how I play Ultimate Team, and I'm going to show you about it, because the glory could be defined by many ways. Is the glory having an insane team? I've done that. Is it hitting elite? I've done that. Top 100 squad battles? I've done that. Like there are certain goals that I would set myself to be able to achieve throughout the course of the year to be determined as glory. But ultimately, it's less glory and more journey. It's more the road. It's more just the road of the journey of Ultimate Team is what it should be called, instead of a road to glory, because it's less about that. Even, you know, to the degree of last year, where people would be like, man, I can't follow this anymore. You open too many bronze packs, or, you know, you make too much on Thursdays for marquee matchups, or you got too many good rewards this week. Or I can't watch this anymore. So everyone's experience in the game is wildly varied with how it works. And so it puts everyone, I guess, into a position where it's like, it's, you know, what is glory? How do you achieve glory? And as I say, I suppose the whole core concept of a road to glory has changed. And that's what me and Skills talked about a lot last year, and why I was considering and contemplating not even creating a road to glory. What I was going to do is just stream everything, have Draft to Glory on the second channel, and just have your typical main channel videos on the main channel, SBCs, big pack openings, you know, informational videos, that kind of thing. I decided to keep the Road to Glory up because I know a lot of people do love the Road to Glory, and as I say, I do love getting involved with it. I do love engaging with the Road to Glory, but we're just in a weird spot with the game right now, man, and it's come way earlier than before, and it leaves me searching for fun in FIFA, and right now I'm personally finding that through the draft gameplay as we go ahead and win another draft right there. But that, guys, is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.